welcome to Table Tennis Philosophy. Hope nobody minded too much my last video that turned out not to be a video so much as a bunch of pictures and music, and I probably got a little lazy, was running out of ideas of what to talk about, and did that. So it was fun for me. Hope somebody else enjoyed it out there. But speaking of being lazy, this is where somebody asked me about my style of play, and I had to give that some thought. And let me just say, I'm going to describe it to you, but keep in mind this is my style, and your style might be completely different. And what you should be coming up with is your approach that gives you the best chance to win, the best chance for you to play successfully. And I think you have to have a little bit of structure to that, and then go from there. When I play, everything starts with serves. That's where most of my strategy is. Even though my serves are not spectacular, I do kind of know which serves I usually am most successful with, the serves that are attacked the least often, the serves that give me good results, when it's safe to serve long, when do I need to keep it short, which serves just my observing realize that I do well when I use those particular serves. Not 100% of the time, obviously, but at least I've got to know that, and I've got to know that sometimes against particular players, because a particular serve against one player is not such a great serve against somebody else. And I know that with the players that I play on a regular basis, but if I play somebody different, then that's going to make a big difference. I've got to figure that out in the first game. So everything starts with serves. If I don't think about anything else, I start with that, because that's the one thing that I can have some control over. From there, very much is where I start talking about playing lazy table tennis. Quite often I will take the easiest, most conservative shot, the one that I think I can get back, the one that just seems obvious. You get a ball, say, over the table, and it's got a little bit of spin on it. I will usually figure, is it easier to send that back with underspin or topspin? And being very conservative in my approach, I'll take whichever one I think is the safer shot. So I do a lot of playing it safe, which that does allow you to, if you can really do that game well, you'll beat most of the intermediate players. And quite often people won't figure out how you're beating them, because nothing looks very exciting. It's just safe shots, keeping the ball on the table, one more shot than the other person. So that involves a lot of blocking, taking safe shots, and more, it turns out that the safe shot sometimes is an attack. You don't want to not take any opportunity that you have to attack. I would say that goes for pretty much every style of play, unless you're just a pure defensive chopping player, some very unusual style. You don't pass up the opportunity to do what's known in table tennis as a pick hit. You decide which ones you want to hit. You don't try to attack all of them, but you certainly attack at the first opportunity. That turns out to actually be the conservative shot. As far as serve return goes, again, go with the lazy thing. It would, if I get a ball that I think that I can turn over into topspin, I don't want to not take the opportunity to do that, because again, that's going to give me the best chance to win the point if I can get the ball into topspin before my opponent does. On the other hand, if it's a ball that can be easily pushed and the other shot would be riskier, I tend not to take the risk but go for the push. Now, there's actually a third option in there that's sometimes safer than either one of those. You make a weak push or even a good push to a good player, you're going to find the ball getting looped back at you really quickly. And so sometimes against the best players, my safest shot on serve return is more of what I would call a bump. I'm not trying to add underspin to it. I'm not taking a risky opening off of a serve that I can't get that back, but simply bump the ball short. This at least gets me a return that may not be attacked, and that's the way I want to approach it. So a lot of my game, like I said, it appears to be pretty lazy, and because I'm not moving nearly as much as the most of my opponents do. I'll say this about footwork. Even if it appears that some players are not moving their feet much, it's one of those where a little bit is a whole lot better than none at all. And if your footwork is efficient and close to the table, and you move some to get into a better position, that can sometimes work. Some of the best players in the world have managed to pull that off at times. So better footwork would certainly improve my game, but at least I want it to be efficient, move to the ball, even if I don't have to move very far on a lot of these things. Good hand skills can make up for a little bit of bad footwork. It's not the whole story, and I think I've covered that before. So you want to think about what your game is. Is it active? Is it too active? Is it lazy? Is it too lazy? Or are you just being efficient? I'm going with I'm just incredibly efficient, not lazy at all. But it turns out that my game looks pretty lazy because I usually do go for the safe, conservative shot. All right. Hope you won't play lazy, but I hope you will play efficiently. All right. See you next time. Thanks.